Well, we're back here with another edition of the Coach's Corner. Anytime, Coach, we keep saying it. Talking in November is a really good feeling. It felt like a really complete game. You're coming off a 30-13 win at Linfield, just that team's third home loss since 2011. That's a really, really tough team to go against. But as they said on the broadcast, it felt like the Royals played pretty much perfect.
Yeah, we're going out there, and Linfield is, it's a historic program, and they used to be NAIA and then came to NCAA, and they've just have a great history of winning. And we knew it was going to be a tall task, but our guys were ready to play, and I'm really proud of the way they played. And we didn't have any penalties. We just did a lot of really good things to make sure that we were in a position to win the game. And all three phases, I was kind of impressed.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure it's already been out there, a couple stories out there on Star Tribune, the travel plans to get out there, to have your team be resilient. Like you've said it before, guys like that, it doesn't bug them, right? You're flying out at 1 a.m., you land at 4 a.m. Clearly didn't affect anyone. It didn't affect the game plan, the way guys performed on all sides of the ball.
Yeah, our flight plans and Thanksgiving is the busiest time ever.
Yeah.
Our pilot was sick. So everything got pushed back. So we're getting to bed at 4 in Portland time, so it's 6 our time. So, and the guys just handled it like crazy. In fact, they encouraged me, and I know I'm a little bit older and I can't stay up as much as they can. But, man, I was so proud of their attitude throughout the delays. We were supposed to leave at 7, and we left at 1 a.m. On the flight. And so overcoming all that is kind of cool, and but it's kind of a testament to those guys, is that we're not going to let something deter us like that, and we tried to make as wise decisions as we could going into it. But everybody had great energy, and man, we really played well.
Two things I think that at least stood out for me that we could talk about the big plays on offense and defense all day, and we'll get there. But the first thing I think that stands out is no penalties for you guys, right? To play quote unquote a perfect game and to give yourselves opportunities, and you didn't really put yourselves in a bad position where a 3rd and 3 turned into a 3rd and 8. And how big is that? To one, no penalties in on defense, you're having 6 sacks, you're really pressuring the quarterback, something you've talked about the last couple weeks. Those two things seem to be the most consistent thing right now with this team.
Yeah, really, you're exactly right. We put great pressure on. Tackling is the name of the game too, and so we tackled well. Brandt and Juddy Williams had fumble sacks and whatever you call it. And so we had pressure. And then we got the picks from Hockett. So defensively, it was really our brand. We kind of got back to what we do. And so we were excited about that situation. And offensively, just what you said, we kept the chains moving. Jaron would make a nice play. Ellingson had a great game. Joey Kidder, obviously, 3 touchdowns, made some nutty catches. But really everybody, Ante and Micah and Ellie, those guys just made some great plays, and then Kunkel and Jeebly ran the ball well. And so we were a little hard to stop when you've got all those different things. And then when you get first downs, you give those opportunities to wear on the defense, and that's what we were able to do.
I mean, a top 5 team offensively nationally in Linfield, your defense holds them to 13, all in the first half. That first drive, they came out punching. You're like, okay, this is going to be a dogfight today, but your defense holds them to a field goal. And then to be able to respond with a touchdown right there, how big was that early on, just to make that opening stop to limit them to a field goal in a kicker who's nailed some pretty long field goals this year?
Yeah, their kicker was intimidating, and so we held them to a field goal. And sometimes when you have that choice, you take that. I don't know if I would have kicked there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And
so we were happy to hold them to a field goal, but the kind of defense that we're playing, if you're gonna at our level, if you're going to make a 48-yard field goal, we're going to hats off. We'll take that. But I'm really proud of our defense to where, we gave up some yards, but in that red zone where it counted, we were really good, and then kind of had a frenzy going on later.
Well, looking ahead to this week now, a little bit warmer temperatures you get to go to. Of course, it's another plane flight. Feel like you guys are the Road Warriors right now. We'll have to calculate all those miles. But you're going up against the defending national champions and Hardin-Baylor, team you've never played, so another new exciting opportunity for a new opponent. How do you prepare for a team like that? A team that you know is going to be, coming out similar in national rankings and national name to Linfield, but to go on the road again and just another team with a week with this team, I should say.
Right. Mary Hardin-Baylor, they're defending champs and their quarterback's back, and they've got athletes galore, and a lot of respect for their program, and we just need to stay in who we are and be who we are. We want to play great defense, attack the source, the quarterback, and get first downs and play our game. They're it's kind of the Taj Mahal of Division III facilities or stadiums, ridiculous, and we're just going to enjoy playing that game and playing Bethel football, and we want to be fast and physical and let the chips fall at the same time. We're preparing well, and we feel like we can take advantage of some things and just make sure that in a 60-minute game we're going to get to what's next and be good with that. And so, we've got a lot of weapons ourselves, and so I think it'll be a great game. And it is fun to face somebody new. We're laughing that we might need new white jerseys. This is our fifth road game in a row, and so we're excited about it. It's awesome to be together with this group of guys. And one thing I'd say, our scouts, guys that don't get to travel because you can only take 58. Well, there's a bunch of guys that nobody, Thanksgiving morning, we've got all these guys that don't get to travel, and they're out there helping us prepare, and then all week this week, and guys that don't get all the fruit, but man, they're a huge part of our team and our program. And boy, without a good scout look, you really can't grow.
True. We'll stick in the postseason. I think going into the postseason, one thing I think you had been very vocal about is getting back to where Bethel football needs to be, and we talk about intensity and bringing that pressure. Playing physical, which doesn't mean going and taking cheap shots on people, but really tackling hard, running to that fight. Where have you seen this team now in this postseason run from that St. John's championship game, the adjustments you had to make to get to Wheaton? Where has that team taken that extra step to get to that next level?
Yeah, the physical part of that is it's a mindset. Sometimes it's played out on the field, but it basically is playing as hard as you can within the framework of your job for your brothers. And we got a bunch of guys who love the Lord, love football, love each other, and that devotion and gratitude can lead to toughness. And we feel like being mentally tough. And obviously, we got to bed at 4 o'clock in the morning, and then got up for practice at 11, and then made it through that day, and then the next day played a great game. That's toughness, and that's part of that. So it's not just a physical big hit, but it is a physicality where we're going to run the ball well, and but it's not just running. It's our receivers are physical, our defensive backs are physical, and obviously the fronts have to be all the time. And I just feel like it's not anything big change, but it's just a reminder to get to be who we are. We want people to hate to play us. Not because we beat them, but that would be nice too, but because we play so hard all the time for one another.
Yep. Well, noon kickoff this time down in Belton, Texas. I know some people have already booked their flights, so hopefully they pack their shorts. We'll be rooting from here. Tickets do go on sale. Visit BethelRoyals.com. You can check out the football page. That'll take you right to the football tickets link. The box office does open at 10 a.m. though in Belton. Coach, best of luck. Safe travels, the whole shebang, and it'll be another Saturday of Bethel football.
All right. Can't wait.